What's up, YouTube, man? The homie Big D back in the building, man. With another story, man. So I'm gonna jump straight into the story. Shouts out at the end, and let's get to it. So check this out. See, in prison, man, it's very unpredictable, man. You cannot predict what's gonna happen from day to day in prison, and because you're dealing with like 80 to 100 different individuals in one closed environment, stuff gonna come your way. It's all about the reaction, how you deal with the health situation. So, boom. And then on this story right here, I'm gonna tell y'all about how I almost unalived a person, and in the same sense, almost lost my life in while doing it. So I'm gonna get straight to it. What led to this anyway? So I got to start at how we got to this point. So I spoke about how I was going through this deep depression and all that. You know what I mean? And we were down in PMC. And at this point right now, I had started picking up books and reading and starting to come up out the depression. But that monster that was deep inside me was still there. Like it was there. And it's going to come a time and period where it was going to all come out. So just at the point in time when I had made myself a target, I was actually on store restriction, but my homie wasn't on store restriction. And so I was using him, like I send money to him. So he had went to the store for me. So I didn't have a lot. So I had like, when I used to get him to go to the store, I used to buy hygiene. That's the majority of the things I used to get. But I used to also get food to try to sustain me for at least a couple of weeks. So I had actually had a little something in my locker at this point in time. So boom, I had went to that morning rec. It was the weekend. So it was like that Saturday weekend morning rec. Everybody goes out there. So I had went to that and left my locker box open. He's like, man, why would you leave your locker box open in prison? Well, I had been down for a minute. So I figured like ain't nobody finna try me. So I come back from rec. Now mind you, I don't have a lot. So when I come back from rec, I go in my locker. I'm finna go take a shower and get myself together. So we used to keep our soap in like this plastic soap dish. So I look at my plastic soap dish and wasn't that much soap in there. So I said, I'm gonna get me a new bar. So when I went to look for a new bar, I had like 10 bars of soap. I noted that I didn't have any soap left. And at that point, like I said, I wasn't even paying any attention. I didn't think anybody would have had a went in my locker and looked in my locker and seen like just took something out of it. So I'm looking, I'm like, man, I know ain't no way. And that's when I started looking at everything. As I had like 10 soups, a box of crackers, you know what I mean? A few little Zooms and stuff like that. Battery, you know what I mean, for my radio, my little radio and stuff. So I'm like, I know ain't no way. Nobody don't went in my locker. So it was a dude that slept on the top bunk, was a white guy. He had bad acne, like real bad acne. It was nasty acne because it was purple and it used to just pop while he talking to you. We used to call him G2. And G2 is the mental health dorm, and that's where he came from. And he was mental health. You know what I mean? He's G2. That's what we called him. So I'm like, hey, G2, and you seen somebody come in my room? You know, I've seen nothing. And he just kept sitting up on his bunk, doing whatever he was doing. My partner Dub B, he had went to rec with me, and I had said, Dub B, man, these folk tripping. Like that, I said, man, I might have to go look in these folk locker, man. These folk went in my locker. And it was another dude in the dorm with me too. Hold on, he don't have nothing to do with this story, but I feel like he had did something slick one time before because he's looking. But I don't think he might have did that. You know what I mean? But it kind of amplify what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Because one time we used to wear like the nylon shirts and stuff, and I had washed the nylon shirt, I had weighed something on it, and messed around and folded it up and put it on my bed to dry, and left it on the bed. And he said the inspection team came and got it. I don't believe it, but with that said, I couldn't prove it. Right along with the fact, like little knick-knack stuff used to turn up missing every now and then also. So I'm like, man, these dudes keep trying me, man. But this right here, this had got out of hand. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, I'm not the type of person to go around get no help. I'm not running to you for no help. I don't care what situation it is a lot of time. But in this situation, I might need to because I'm finna go do something, go look at people's lockers. And somebody gonna book. I already know everybody ain't going for it because if it had been me, I know I don't steal. I am not finna let you look in my locker. You know what I'm saying? I'm a buck on you. Depending on who you are, of course. If it's somebody I'm real cool with, 9 times out of 10, I'm rolling with him anyway. But if it's somebody I'm real cool with, he was push up like, man, somebody on woo whoop, and I just like, man, boy, it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? So we round up the crew. So we round up like 10 dudes. We go goddamn mob. We mob down the hallway. So the back of the dorm, where we gonna start at, where usually all the thieving coming from, is we call that death row. Back there in the back, you know what I mean? Back of the dorm. So we started there. So we come in the door. Doom. When we come in now, of course, people are looking because there's like 10 dudes mobbing up in the room. So, dudes flaring out, couple dudes blocking the door just in case we get our guy. So I'm like, hey, man, y'all open up them blockers, man. Somebody been stealing. I need to find my stuff. I ain't having no understanding about it, neither my body. You know what I mean? If you book, then you my guy. Of course, one dude like, I ain't let you leave my locker home. I don't care nothing about none of that. Like, what it is, when I get to your locker, you don't let me look in there, you know what's happening. So I go to looking. Like the third locker I get to, look in there. Now listen, I had I don't go to the store that often, but what I do, I buy a lot of hygiene. So I had like some older soap that had been in my locker for a minute, and that's what I had seen in his locker. Like, you can tell your stuff, you know what I mean? Because the soap was wrinkled, popped open, and I tried to use toothpaste to push it back together, you know what I mean? Plus, by me going back and forth to the hole and stuff like that. Anyway, I see it. I look at him. He looking at me. I said, I had that look on my face. I pick it up. I look at back at my partner. I look at him again. I just put it back. I shut the locker. I turn around. I said, man, I'm good. And we walking out the room. And they looking at me like, why he just stopped like that? I walked down the hallway. When I'm walking down the hallway, I'm telling CB, I said, I don't find it. I said, but I don't believe Buddy did it because he don't get down like that. So he knew the dude locker I had went in. He said, no, I don't think he would try you like that, my buddy. You know what I mean? Y'all talk, y'all rock with each other. It don't mean nothing in prison because you talk to dude, you know what I mean? You can go back and check that video. I never beat the double cross, but the triple cross. And it'll tell you how that go. So we walk back down the hallway. I said, I'm gonna see how they play. And if he ain't gonna play it the right way, then he gonna have to be my guy until we find out who it was. 5 minutes later, he calms down now. He got the net bag with all my stuff in it, all of it. He put it on the bed. He got another young dude with it. Now I'm gonna describe the young dude for what's his name. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get Buddy a name too. Lil P come back down the hallway with my stuff. That's the dude lock I had went in. He had another young dude with him. And then the dude who he had not been there long. He had been in the dorm about 3-4 months. I think he came from B unit. I don't know where he came from. I don't know the dude. I haven't never spoke to the dude. I didn't seen it. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna describe him. He's probably about 6'2", about 215. He wasn't a little fella, you know what I mean? But he come in, he behind Buddy. And he was like, man, he didn't know, D. He didn't know, bro. You know what I mean? I know he had been stealing because he came the way he was moving, came in and put that stuff in my locker. I made him go get everything up, man. He said, man, my bad. He said, man, that my little homeboy, he don't know no better, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't know what was going on, man, how this going to go. Like that. I said, yo. I said, let me holler at him. I want to talk to him. I don't, you know what I mean? You don't really have nothing to do with it. You just trying to litigate at this point right now. You know what I mean? I want to talk to him. So when I talk to the dude, and I'm asking like, man, what you got going on, man? Why you going in my locker, bro? He like, hold up, man. Listen to me, homeboy. Mind you, this dude from South Georgia, he's not the homeboy. He like, the white guy. I asked him for something to eat. And this don't even make sense. It don't even make sense what you're saying. You asked him for something to eat, but he told you to go in my locker to get it. And you went and got everything out my locker. what are you talking about? But you are trying to goddamn put it on Buddy. But what's funny about this, all I got to say, G2 said, you're lying. That's a lie. You're not going to have me get my ass kicked in here because you're messing with Big D stuff. You should have kept your hand to yourself. Now, mind you, like we are standing in the cut. Dub be sitting right across from him because we slept in the same cut. Crash Out Shout standing at the edge of the bunk. He looking. A couple of my dudes, we all standing right there in that cut while he's standing on the edge of the cut. I jump up to shoot out at him. All these dudes grab me. Hold up, D, hold up. Because I guess what they're thinking is, okay, when we jump on him, then they're going to set a war off in the dormitory. But that when I just really just went at that moment. So they holding me, no, man, chill out. You got your stuff back, man. Everything cool, man. Man, apologize. He apologized, but he wasn't apologetic, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, in his eyes, you can see that, yeah, I'm sorry I got caught, but I'm not sorry I took your stuff. And then another opportunity arises for me to get it and get away with it, I'm going to do it. What you going to do about it? Because he ain't finna mess with me. That's the type of look that he had on his face. They break that up. You know what I mean? So they break it up. He go down the hallway. They sitting down there, goddamn, trying to tell me to chill out, let that go, and all that. Crash Out Shout is the main person standing in front of me, trying to get me to goddamn let it go. And man, it's over with. Don't need a word about that. You know what I'm saying? You should have had your lock in the first place. Then he trying to. I said, you don't lock your locker. They ain't got nothing enough for him to steal. Got point. But now, he trying to tell me to chill out, man. You know what I mean? But, you know, me, I'm grudge hawful. You know what I mean? And sometimes I can let go, sometimes I can't. But on the strength of Lil P, man, because me and Lil P was cool, and Lil P pushed back up on me like, man, let that go, man. Please, man. Just let it slide, man. You know what I mean? Like, I know it folk from the street and all that, man. Like I said, he don't know no better, bro. You know what I mean? I hollered at him, man. I told him, man, you need to chill out, man, with all that boo-boo stuff. So I like, all right, I hear you. He said, man, just holler at him one more time, man. Then, you know what I mean? I said, man, that man apologized, but he wasn't apologetic. You know what I mean? He was just saying that just goddamn kill the situation right there. He like, man, I hollered at him about that, man. He said, man, I'm gonna just holler at him again. I said, all right. I get ready to go with the detail. So I had to go right past their room to go to detail because it's at the back of the dorm. And that's the way they let you out to go to detail. So I'm going down there, the officer calling my name to go out to detail. So I'm walking past the room and whatnot. Lil P standing on the outside of the room. And he said, man, he ain't nothing, man, like that. So I opened up the door, because when you open up the door, you could look directly in the shower. But he was finna get in, he was getting the shower, but he had the boxers on. And he like the him. And he looking at me like, hey man, come back. Stop in here and holler at me, man. But he like, you know, like, that's the facial expression that he giving me. Let me give you some explanation about something. If a dude in prison, especially at Alto, and he in a vulnerable situation like he was in the shower, and he's giving you the look of like, you ain't talking about nothing, you know what I mean, that you are, well, you know, like you ain't talking about nothing. He looking at you like, that's how you looking at me. In a vulnerable situation back then, they feel like that you ain't no threat. You inconsequential human being, like you just a person that, hey man, you ain't talking about that. But I'm gonna on the strength of my partner, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and have a conversation with you, bro. But man, I ain't studying none of that. That's on my mind. I go to detail. So I get the detail. I'm walking around and stuff like that. So my homeboy, I speak on him a lot. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna call him Black Boy. He hollered at me. He actually had just came to the hole. He like, hey D. And I hear him screaming my name. And I go up there to his cell, like, hey, boy, you got some cigarettes? I said, man, you stay over here. I was over here for now. I said, man, you know how it go. He said, man, bro, you got some cigarettes over here? I said, I ain't got no. I see if I can scrounge you something up, though. You know what I mean? So he like, yeah. He said, man, what's up, Mister? You all right? I said, I'm cool. So I bounce away from the cell. I come back. I found somebody to give me a cigarette. So I came back. You know what I mean? I fired it up for him, gave it to him. So we sat there and chopped it up for a second. See, like, man, you all right? Cause I keep looking out. And then that's when I ran down what had happened. He was like, man, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. He be Spanny dude, man. Like, I don't care what this crash out shouter said, man. He litigated that other situation. Now, the other situation what he was talking about is it was a dude that had stole something from me. I found out he did it. I was plotting on him, trying to figure out a way I could catch him down bad. I think I mentioned it in another video when I told him, like, he had all of Atlanta with him, and I was trying to catch him. But Crash Out Shawty was able to litigate it, got stuff, and he basically made it right. That's another story for another time, but we talking about this one. He's like, man, you spanny dude, and it gonna continue to happen, homeboy. He said, man, I know you from the turf. That's the word that we use down there. Like, if you from the same hood, and he know you, he said, man, I know you from the turf, man. He said, man, come on, man. Spanny dude, man. You got, man, show these folks no mercy, man. Quit showing these folks mercy, man. You know what I'm saying? Show these folks who you is, man. I know what's happening with you, man. Show them, man. That's the only way you gonna get it, man. Get your respect, man. It set something off in me. At that point, you know how you had an angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other one? The angel left. I expressed this angel off, the devil was right there in my ear. The muscle that I was trying to suppress done came out. It's over with, buddy, man. So I come back to the dormitory. I'm still trying to fight it internally, but I'm saying, you know what? I ain't finna show the dude no mercy, man. None whatsoever, man. I'm finna get him the business, bro. He finna get it. I go down the hallway. I fire up a cigarette. I'm in my room smoking. You know what I mean? CB, I don't know. He was going to the shower. I don't know. It's something like just, he like, boy, you all right, homie? Like, I'm good. Nah, he was getting out the shower. He like, you all right? Yeah, I'm good. I bounce up out the room. I guess his spider sensor went to tingle. He done went and got done squatted up. I didn't tell him nothing. When I went down there to the death row, I kicked the door in. You know what I mean? I just pushed it in. I'm just saying I'm kicking the door in. But I pushed the door in. I walked in the room. They ended up shooting dice. They ended up got listening to the headphones. About 25, 30 dudes down there. Like had the dome down there. You know what I mean? Quarter of the dome in there. They shooting dice. They gambling. They kicking the jump. Bobo and all that. And hold up. When I came in, I knew the dude was down there because he was standing in the doorway like this. Talking about, man, you come back, holler at me. He had radio, had the headphones on. He like, hey, man, when you come back down there, come holler at me. I said, I'm going to holler at you. And like I said, then I went and smoked a cigarette and went down there. So I walked down there. He's sitting on the bed now. So I walk in the room. So when I walk in the room, he's sitting on the bed still listening to the radio. And when I walked in the cut, while he's sitting down, I said, hey, man, who radio this is? Because I know it wasn't him. He ain't have nothing like that. So he taking the headphone off. I said, hey, man, who radio this is? It was the dude who slept up above that area of the bunk. He like, hey, man, I'm going to get your radio, man. And so the dude, he's like, he looking kind of confused. Hey, man, I just wanted to holler at you. I'm like, yo, you from the holler at me? Get that man your radio. So when he gave Buddy the radio, I slapped the taste out of his mouth. Bah! When I slapped the taste out of him, of course, he jumped up. He like squaring up. I said, man, I ain't gonna do it like that. Get your boots, my boy. You know what I mean? Get you some boots. And by that time, when I slapped him, and by me making that announcement that I need to holler at you, I mean, who radio this is? Because I said it to the whole room. Everybody done stopped. People done start shooting dice and everything. And mind you, they got about like 10 people, 10, 15 homies, like 10 homies in there, man. So these dudes standing like, man, what's up with you, D, man? What's up? Y'all ain't finna jump on me. I'm like, man, I'm solo dolo down here. But when I said that, I turned around, my crew done fell up in there. Doom. They about 15 though. They fall up in there. And like they say, hey, man, what's up? I said, man, nobody help me, man. That's why I can't get nobody, man. Don't nobody help me. Because Crash Out shouted, man, D, man, what you got going on? I said, man, all that, man. You talking about, I ain't finna do that, man. All that trying to talk it out, work it out, and all that. Just me and this man right here, two grown men, finna get that, man. Get your boots, boy. He got to him, all right. They pushed the bumps to the side, give us an area to hit. So he got no scrap up and stuff like that. I stand back. Let him scrap up. We square up. He throw a punch, I block it, I hit him in the chin. He go out, like down go Frazier. He go down, boom, to like one knee, like one knee and shit. So when he was trying to get back up, I hit him again. Bah! He fall on the bed. I snatch him out the bed. And this is when they get broke. When I snatch him out the bed, I went to stomach this man in the head. He was out when I snatched him out the bed. I'm talking about he's gone. Like, you know what I mean? Because the first punch hadn't, you know what I mean? Basically, I'm dropped it. Like, it's over with. You can tell when somebody going out. I pull him out the bed. I go stomach him in the head. As I'm stomaching him, he's not moving. Like, it's like, doom, doom, doom in the head. And then it's concrete. Like, that's how prison is made. It's concrete. You know what I mean? It's like a tile, but it's concrete. That's what it is. And I'm stomping this man's head in the ground, man, and Crash Out shouted, grab me. Like, man, what are you doing? He grabbed me. He's like, y'all help me, man. Because when he first tried to grab me, I pushed him off him. Get off me, man. And I'm kicking him and stomping him. And he's like, they went and grabbed me and pulled me out of there. Man, I'm acting like Mr. T and Rocky. Rocky 3, when they would grab me, T, that's what I'm doing. I'm screaming. I'm hot. I'm mad. I'm snapped. Hey, man, ain't showing nobody no mercy no more, man. And I'm making the numbers. Man, from now on, they had going on with me. This is what's going on with me. Dude is laying down. He got blood coming out of his nose. His eyes done rolled to the back of his head. Crash Out shouted, man, you don't underline him, y'all. He ain't say it that way, but you know, because of YouTube. He go slapping dude, trying to wake him. His eyes rose back to the what's name, like he wasn't name, but he goes shaking. And he come back too. So they pulling me out the room and stuff like that. I get loose again when they think that was whatnot. Because they don't want to make a scene like that in front of the police. You know what I mean? I don't know what he was doing. I didn't even look down there at him, I guess. He was just not in the area or he wasn't even paying any attention. I go back in the room and they standing right there in the front. And like all his homeboys are trying to help him. I'm like, man, from now on, this how it going. And I'm saying it calm. I'm not screaming. I'm not yelling. I'm not talking like that. I'm like, from now on, put your hand on anything belonging to me. If I felt like you did it, that's what's going to happen. Let's go for every last one of y'all. BAN. You know what I mean? And you know what the acronym for that is. Man, all you BAN in here, man. That's what's going on, folks. You know what I mean? With me. From now on, this is how I'm playing it. I ain't showing nobody no mercy. None whatsoever. Don't even ask for it. Ain't no more talking. Ain't no more goddamn litigation. Ain't no more goddamn peace. Ain't nothing. Y'all want this? This what y'all finna get. This me. This is what y'all really want. I shoot out the room. I go down there to the back. I'm sitting down. I ain't going to sleep. The lights out. I'm still there, sitting, asking goddamn for getting intel for each and every individual. You know what I mean? Down there, to find out like what's up with dude. Is he moving around? What's going on? Well, long story short, what happened was he had ended up actually had to go to medical. They say he tried to get in the shower to get right. He passed out. They got him up. They told the police officer, but they say he ain't feeling good because he said his head is hurt. His nose won't stop bleeding. Like, you know what I mean? He put tissue in it and it still will stop, like, wouldn't stop bleeding. They took him to medical, had to end up taking to the free world because taking to the free world and he had to end up had free world hospital and he had bleeding on his brain. You know what I mean? And but he survived, so he didn't go. You know what I mean? He survived. He was all right. I actually seen him around the camp. I think they moved him like the 15 or something like that. I ain't sure where he went to. Honestly, I seen him moving around. And me and never had no issues after that. But yeah, man, when I had let that monster out, man, that monster almost got the best of me on that one. You know what I mean? And if it really went for Crash Out Shout, because the rest of them dudes just standing there, man, they was like, man, let him do it, man. You know what I mean? Better shouldn't have been doing what you're doing, man. We've been waiting on this anyway. Lil P got done. He came, hollered at me like, I understand where you coming from, man. He said, man, but I had to call that man mama, man. You know, that man is free. That's how I found out about what he had, everything he had went through and endured. But he was all right, though. He ain't with no long-term damage that did to him. But to show you, man, how in my story, I talk about how I always trying to be the one to do the right thing and try to, you know what I mean, to keep stuff down, you know what I mean, save people from getting violated or getting themselves caught up in the middle of stuff that they shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? Shouldn't be caught up in, trying to get guys to navigate, show dudes how to navigate to do their time. But you never know. Prison is unpredictable like that. You never know who you're dealing with, the monster that a person might be trying to suppress, the things that a person might be trying to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And this is one of those circumstances, man, that I tell people all the time, man. It's good guys in there like me that was in there, but you got to realize all of us are in there for something that we did wrong, and that violence is always lingering over that place, man. It's always hovering. It's right there. You never know. You might go in and never make it out of there, John. You know what I mean? So be careful, man. Be mindful of that, man, before you make that choice and decision to go in there, bro. And it is your choice, and it is your decision. You have an opportunity, man, to do the right thing, man. Every day you wake up, man, you got an opportunity to do what's right, man. And if you are living that life, you got an opportunity at some point, man, try to find a lane to get up out of it, man. And I know how people say, man, it's hard to do, but you got to figure it out because either you gonna do it or somebody gonna do it for you, man. Let me go ahead and give these shots out. I'm gonna let y'all, man, go, man. So, man, give me a sec. I should have had this stuff set up. I don't know what I'll be doing, y'all. You know what I mean? But okay. Brown Eyes, man, I appreciate you got done chiming in, man. Jim Bone, man, I appreciate you chiming in, man. I appreciate that's love, man. Eddie Leaks, man, as always, man, you always chiming in. I appreciate that, man. Jordan Kendall, man, I had actually seen Cuz last night. And this is my cousin. More like my little brother. I just seen him last night. And here's the crazy thing is about the reason why I'm telling you about him is when I was actually in prison and Frank Scott, he and his little brother, they was young, they was just kids, used to come see me while I was in prison. And I remember when he was saying, I would have never known who you was, even though I had heard your name, never known who you was actually if I had never came you in prison. I said, I know you wasn't because you was just a little baby, like an arm baby when I left. And that was just a quick little thing, man, to show you how these folks can take your life away from you, man. And you have family members that you are end up being real tight, or people that you never would have got an opportunity to even meet, talk to. You know what I mean? I just so happened I was blessed for that opportunity too. But I got family members and cousins and stuff like that I haven't seen or talked to that whole entire time I was in prison that wasn't even on the earth when I first went in. And they trying to figure out who I was, even though they had heard of me, you know what I mean? And I had to build up a relationship. And some of it was hard for me to build a rapport with. But just take that in consideration, man, because they ain't getting out that time, they getting out more. Hey, man, Darius, man, I appreciate you chiming in, man. You always chiming in, man. Hartford, Connecticut, man. Stand up, man. Hey, man, BR4 TV, another one of my goddamn subscribers that always chiming in, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you for chiming in, man. Bequeath Dawson, man, Memphis, Tennessee is in the building, man. Hey, man, I appreciate your chiming in. She's one of those who always support and follow the channel, man. And I appreciate that, man. Hey, Lawrence A. Hart, 7414, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. See, I had to boot game down. I should have laid the boot on it, but, man, I was dead for real. I really wanted to do something to that boy, man. Hey, man, something cool, man. I appreciate you chiming in, man. Boris Tarpley, Man, I appreciate you chiming in, man. I appreciate that love, man. Native Pride, man, is another one of those who always got on chime in and hit me up, man. Let me know he in the building, man. G Money, G Code, man. It's another one that always chiming in, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you pulling up, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, probably, yeah. You right. Dude did get in the move, man. And you know what I mean? Mario Cox, man, I appreciate you chiming in, man. And I am, man. I'm going to keep fighting for them kids, man. Monster Cody, man, is another one, man. You know what I mean? Mario Cox. And everybody who basically chimed in on that last video was the ones who've been rocking with your boy, man. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Man, Vicious Living, man, I haven't heard from you in a minute, but if you hear this video or see this video, man, hey, man, hit me up, man. Let me know how you doing, man. Hey, man, like I said, Monster Cola, man, I appreciate you, bro. I honestly do, man. And, man, till the next time, man, hey, man, like, subscribe, share, man. It's not going to cost you one Japanese yen, man. Like, subscribe, share, man. Please, man. Hype the video, man. YouTube ain't gonna help me, man, but y'all can, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for chiming in, man. Appreciate y'all following this journey, man. And we're gonna continue on, man, all the way to the top. You know what I mean? Until we save as many of y'all lives as we possibly can, man. To the next one, man. Big D, the homie Big D, the name of the channel, same as the hammer. One love.